Hello guys, will the markets crash? This has been a multi-billion dollar question. So in 2020 Jan, we were at 12,000. Then we had the pandemic breakout in March. We went down to almost 7,000. And from there we have bounced and we crossed that 12,000. We crossed 13,000. We crossed 14,000. We crossed 15,000 and now we are almost near 16,000. Okay. Will the markets crash after this? Okay. Most of the analysts, they have been telling from 14,000 that markets will crash, markets will crash. Markets went to 15,000. They told 15,000 is a resistance, markets will crash. Now markets are at 16,000. So let us see why markets have rallied so much. Recently I saw a data in CNBC. So they told that only 40% of the rally has been funded by the institutions. The rest 60% has been driven by the retail. Now retailers, for whatever might be the reason, have investing in stock market like there is no tomorrow. Okay. Most of the brokerages have also told that the number of demat account opened during this pandemic has been very high. And you can see even every day whenever there is a dip, the dips are getting bought. So, and retailers, it's very easy to manipulate them. Okay. Whenever there is a rally of a stock for a few days, retailers jump into it. Whether its valuation is worth or not, they don't think about it. In US, a group of retailers on Reddit is a social community site. So they took on these institutions and they drove two stocks. One is GameStop Corporation and the other one is AMC Entertainment. They drove it from nothing to a huge valuation. Let me just show you the chart of those two stocks. So this is GameStop Corporation. You can see here in 2021 beginning it was at $16 to $18. Okay. Then because of that Reddit frenzy, retail frenzy thing, it went up to $450, $500. And now it is currently trading at $200. So you can imagine what would have happened to those people who bought the stock in this range. Okay, their capital is wiped by almost 50%. Now see what happened to AMC. Okay, so here you can see it was at $3, $2 in January. Now it is trading at $60. This is nothing but retail frenzy market. Okay, people are just seeing good news in everything. Okay, even if there is a bad news, people are taking it positively. This is how the retail people trade. In India, you can see what is happening on Adani stocks. Adani stocks have risen multiple times in few years. And now recently there was a news where some of the funds which were holding huge quantity of Adani stocks, the news came out that the demat account of these funds have been frozen. Then there was a drama where Adani came out and told that their accounts are not freezed. Then NSDL told it is freezed. Economic Times report told it is freezed. There was a lot of things which was happening. Now, even after that, now only Adani Enterprises and Adani Ports are trading. Rest of the Adani stocks are now moving in lower circuit. Now nobody knows when this lower circuit is going to open. Okay. So the people who were trapped at the higher levels, now already they have wiped 20-30% of their capital and still they are not able to exit. this might continue for some weeks or it might open tomorrow, anything can happen. This is how retailers are trapped. Okay, that's why whenever you are investing in these kind of stocks, make sure that you are aware of the risks, and as far as possible deploy only so much money which you can afford to lose totally, because the risks are very high. And at the same time, if things work in your favor, the profit what you make also will be very good. Now coming to the macro data. Macro data is also really bad. Crude oil prices are rising, and if crude oil prices rise, it will have impact on everything. Now crude is trading at approximately $74 in the global market, and India being an importer of crude, so it has a huge impact on us. Now you might be seeing in news every day that petrol is crossing 100 rupees in major cities like Mumbai, Delhi, Bangalore, Hyderabad, etc. Obviously, if crude oil increases, as I told, the cereals will increase, the transportation cost will increase, and overall the inflation will increase. So this is not a good news for market. Now metals. Recently metals prices started soaring. Steel, copper, aluminium, all prices started increasing. Obviously, when prices increase, the steel companies, the metal companies like Vedanta, Hindalco, JSW Steel, Tata Steel, these companies were making new highs every day. Now, what happened in China, because of higher metal prices, the work has stopped. So the people who are into this consumption of these metals, so they are not working because they feel that the prices are too high and they want the prices to fall. So what Chinese government did, they told now they will be capping the metal prices, and they have told that they will be selling the metals which they have in their reserve, which the Chinese government has. Now the metal prices are slowly falling, and these metal related stocks like Tata Steel, Hindalco, JSW Steel, they are also correcting. Okay, so even there things are worst. But stock market is not showing any signs of falling. So last week we had the Fed meet where they are now thinking of changing interest rate probably once or twice within 2023. So before they told that they are not thinking of increasing the interest rate, but now they are thinking of increasing the interest rate, which shows that the inflation is high. And even the inflation data which came out in the US was also bad. But stock market is not stopping, it is just making new highs every day. Okay. Now, is this valuation justified? Okay. Do you think we would have been at 16,000 if there was no COVID breakout? I don't think so. Before COVID, it was at 12,000. Probably if there was no COVID, we would have been around 13, 14 or 15,000 max. So at 16,000, even I feel that we are slightly overbought. But now the major question is, will we justify this overpriced condition? So let me give you an example. One of my friend, his salary was very low. So he changed the company by faking. So he told, I know that, I know this, everything, and by somehow he was even able to crack the interview. He studied online, but he faked, told some lie, and he went to the company, new company, for a higher salary. Now two things could have happened to him. If he was not able to prove himself, then probably he would be kicked out of the job. But if he proves himself by putting that extra effort, by working, then the salary what the company was paying him would have been justified and he would stay in the job. Now the same thing is happening in stock market. So we are overpriced all the stocks, and we are paying huge price for which doesn't match their valuation. But now two things can happen. Either the economy can turn around and justify the valuation what is there, else this will be a bubble which will break and we might crack. Coming to COVID fear is more or less over. Now they are telling that there are new variants where there will be third wave, fourth wave, fifth wave. But I don't think there will be a major third wave or a fourth wave. Because whenever bad things hit you, they always hit you in surprise. Okay? Whenever bad things come to you, they never give you any indication that they are coming. When tsunami hits, it will not give you a warning in advance. It will not tell you that I am coming tomorrow. Okay? Everything will be calm. A tsunami wave will come, hit, wipe and go. We had that tsunami last year in March. Now we are all anticipating and waiting for the fourth wave, fifth wave, third wave, whatever, which may not come. Even if it comes, we expected it and now we have our guns ready. So the government, the authorities will have the plan to tackle the new wave what comes. So the impact what will be there from the third or fourth wave which comes will not be as severe as it was in the first and second. Okay, that is my expectation. So I think the COVID fear is over. The stock market is already factored in that and the prices are already showing that. But will the huge valuation which is there now justify it? That we have to wait and see. So I am not expecting markets to rally too much from here. At the same time, I am not expecting a huge crash where it will go down to 10,000, 7,000. But there might be a small profit booking or a small correction which is required. Okay. In a healthy bull market, a small correction will give more confidence for investing more. Okay. So what will I be doing? As a trader, my job is not to predict the market. My job is to react whenever there is a major movement in the market. So for now, I am not short on the market, at least not in the long term. But what I am doing now is, I have a portfolio where I have invested in lot of mutual funds, stocks, equity and other things. So recently I evaluated all those and now I am planning to close some of the positions which I have. The things which are in good profit, I am planning to close them and sit with cash ready. So whenever there is a correction, if it happens, then probably I will invest at that time. Okay. Yesterday you saw that Dow fell almost 600 points and Dow has been falling for a few days now, but there was no major fall. But yesterday there was a huge fall and now SGX is also indicating that we might fall on Monday. The major question is, will there be follow through on sell? If there is follow through, then we might fall and we may even go down as much as 15,000 or even slightly below that. So let us see how markets will react. Accordingly, we will take our trades. I hope you guys like this video. Do like and subscribe to my channel so that you can learn more about trading and investment. Thank you for watching.